core set. And here we go. Embodiment of Agonies is pretty good. Chandra's Pyromancer also very good. Those are both really good first picks. Ooh. Interesting. Warden of Eva's Isle is fine. But that's a little bit more of a build around, I feel like. Ooh. I would love to get some advice or some voting or something on these. Do we go for the embodiment or do we go for the Pyromancer? The Pyromancer is good pretty much any time it comes down, I think. The embodiment is definitely better late game and it can require more of a build around. I feel like the Pyromancer probably has a little bit more upside. Having said that, I did run this in a draft recently, and it ended up being a 9-9, and did take that game. On the other hand, the rest of that draft didn't go all that great. I'm leaning towards the Pyromancer. If there's anybody out there, let's hear your thoughts. Let me take a look to see if there is, in fact, anybody that I'm talking to. It does not appear so. Okay, Pyromancer.
Pyromancy puts a little sizzle in my step.
All right. So this would have been a good follow-up to the black pick, but that ship is gone. This is fine in an elementals deck. Could we be mono red elementals? That would be really interesting. This is good removal. Okay, I'm going to remind myself of what LSV says about Scampering Scorcher. He says it combos with Risen Reef. We know that. Supports elemental decks. Go wide. Red isn't really a go wide kind of a color. That's true. 4 mana for 3 1/1s is not bad. So do we stay on color? Do we go for fine removal? And there's nothing else here that leads me into a different color. Let's go with the Scorcher. Okay, so now we probably will dip into another color because this is not enough to force red by any means. The Spectral Sailor is very good. Here's another Warden, that's interesting. Blue-red elementals is definitely a thing, and this is a perfectly good blue card. I really like this for the efficiency as well as the potential card draw. And again, not really seeing anything else that I feel is so compelling. So, Spectral Sailor, it is. Alright, so blue-red maybe. Unsummon is not bad. I was playing, excuse me, a real-life draft Sunday, and one of my opponents was running 4 unsummons rather, and they did very good work for him. Having said all that, let's see. Angel of Vitality. We could still go for a blue-white Flyers deck, but we did pass up 2 cards that would have made that much better. The Scuttlemutt is fine for fixing and ramping, and the second ability does become relevant now and again. I'm going to go for the Scuttlemutt and see where we go. Keeps us a little bit more open, which is fine. Ember Hauler, Shock, both very solid. I think we're more likely to see more Shocks coming along if we stay red. And nothing else here really impresses me. Let's go for the Hauler. Ooh, Smuggler, nice. Smuggler is almost certainly going to be our pick, because there are lots of cards that this combos with. God's Willing is fine, but again, we don't seem to be heading towards a white situation. These are also fine. Let's go for the smuggler. Yeah. The ringleader, no thanks. All of these are fine. I do like the mammoth spider. I think it likely we'll be seeing more of this. So I guess there's a chance we may end up in green. And we can always splash for this if need be, I guess. I'm gonna go for the spider. I think like it's a wiser choice. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Could we end up in Timor anyway? I don't know. So we have fairly good red so far, dipping a little bit into these other colors. The invocation is fine. I don't feel like we'll be missing it too much if we pass it up now. The Raider would be a fine addition to a red deck, as would this. We already have a 1-drop, 2-drop, 2 3s, 2 4s. Yeah, I'm not in, and you know, if we're going to splash green, this is certainly not a card to do it for. Let's go for the Raider, I think. Okay, not a lot here. The Sprite is fine if we go into blue. The Denizen, I think not. The Axe would be fine, but let's go for the Sprite in case some insane blue cards come our way. Okay, these are both just bad. A 2-3 for 3. I think I'd prefer the 2-2 Vigilance over a 2-3 for 3. Ugh. Another Raider, I guess. Yeah. Can't imagine we'd actually be playing both, but it's possible. Sideboard or a bad flyer. Let's play that. We already have one bad flyer. I'm going to put this into the sideboard. Which one is more likely to make our deck? Probably this one, I would think, actually. And we got it anyway. Interesting. Really tired of getting, you know, bogus rares. Well, the first one wasn't bogus. Staying in red here isn't looking real great. Blue is looking a little bit better than green. We do have a druid though. We could try for a green-red elementals thing. Season is fine. I think we have to take the druid here and start thinking about a possible red-green build. Dragonfire, the aeronaut. I think the druid. Spider's fine. The shaman is fine. Fire elemental is fine if we want to go with a heavy elemental theme, which we may or may not be doing. I think it has to be one of these two. I think I like the shaman. I think it has a little bit more of an upside, and I feel like it may not go as long as the others. Spitter is fine. Another spider, I don't mind. Another smuggler. Actually, I think I prefer the smuggler. What's my smuggler going to work with? It'll work with him. And if we can pick up any brawlers at all, that would be great. I think we want the smuggler here. Yeah, let's go for that. 2 smugglers, and what else? Season of Growth, maybe. I think I haven't played with this yet. I think I might like to give it a try. The Scorpion is a very solid pick. But I think the Growth is good. And if we can get any rabbit bites, so much the better. Another hauler? Really? I think the Shock might be good, actually. Another hauler or a Shock. Reduced dashes is not bad, but Shock has definite upside. And I don't mind picking up a Vorst Claw. But again, I think we're going to be seeing more of them. We're still early in Pack 2. I think it has to be Shock. I don't mind another Ember Hauler, though. This would be fine to help us with our mana. We may do that. Don't much like the Ringleader. He'll help us to find the Hauler and 2 smugglers. Gosh, I don't know. Might be worth taking the Ringleader. We have 3. What happens to the other cards that whiff? Bottom of your library. I don't know. I always feel like I'm gonna lose out on other bombs or removal. Let's take the lands to help us with our mana. Veil of Summer, fine for sideboarding, which we are not going to be doing. So I think we want Reduced to Ashes here. This is fine, and this is actually good with the Goblin Smuggler. The Aeronaut is not terrible. We may end up running it if we need to. Yeah, Berserker is fine. Here's a Spitter. We already have 1 Season of Growth. I really don't want to run 2. I think the Spitter is going to be fine here for us. This is all uninteresting, so now we will take the Fire Elemental. Another Spitter, I don't mind. Another Elemental or an Act of Treason. Let's see what our curve is looking like. So we have a bunch of things at 5. We have a little bit of fixing. A little bit of ramp. Okay, blue is not looking too likely at this point. Nor this. The Sentinel is not great, but, well, here we are. Okay, so Act of Treason? Do we really want to run 2 Fire Elementals? Let's try the Act of Treason. I'm not crazy about it. Another Fire Elemental anyway, so sure. We already have 1 Tectonic Rift, right? So I can't imagine running 2 of these. Sure, let's take the Ringleader and Natural End. Alright, what do we got here? Brontonon is nice. Mystic Forge is not interesting to us. Another Druid would be fine. We already have the 2 Smugglers and this May Wheel. I think Brontodon is what we need. Just good stats and can whack an artifact or enchantment. Okay, this is a bad pack for us. For sure. Yuck. I can take this Trick, which is not terrible. This is +3/+2. This is +3/+3. I feel like this has a little bit more of an upside if we end up running more than 1. Yeah, not or maybe the Aeronaut. But we have 4 drops so far, so the Aeronaut, meh. And he is not helped by the Smuggler. I may take this just in case any white cards come along. I'm going to take that just in case we want to splash any white, like Pacifism or something. Mastiff is not terrible. Another Scorcher, maybe we'll do that. I'd rather do that, although I feel like it might be more responsible. Uncaged Fury is a great trick. I think we're going to take that. Gift of Paradise. I can take that in case we get any great white cards. I'm not really seeing anything here that I like at all. Did I take the Growth Cycle? Or did I take the... I can't remember. Let's take a look. Tectonic Rift. Did I take a trick or did I take something else? Maybe I took the land instead. I think we took the land instead. Ah, I did it again. Let me go. First remove my cat. And let me move the chat stream over in case anybody comes on over and wants to see what's going on. Okay, let's go back to our draft and see what our 5th pick in pack 3 might be. I'm tempted to go with the Paradise, although, to be honest, we don't really have a high curve. We have... The Uncaged Fury is one good trick. Let's take the gift in case we get something that's really... Oh, Challenger's Outrage. That will almost certainly be our pick. We have one shock. We do have a shock, don't we? There it is. Bow is fine, but you know, getting multiples of this at this point is not going to happen. Outrage for sure. Another Spitter, sure, why not? No Lavakin Brawlers, that's very disappointing. Dragon Mage, I don't know. You know, so that would be a black, an interesting black and red deck card. That enchantment that pings a guy every time they discard a card. But anyway, that's not what we're looking at right now. A Stone Golem? I'm going to take this for my collection. Ooh, another Smuggler. That's interesting. 3 Smugglers? Well, it's a 2/2 haste, for, if nothing else. Sure, let's take another Smuggler. And really see if we can't... not a lot of creatures that are really going to combo with it too effectively, though. Infuriate? Sure. Nothing else here of interest. I'm going to take the Fencing Ace for my sideboard. I can't imagine running 2 Acts of Treason. For my collection, rather. Healer of the Glade. Sure, I don't know if it's going to make it. Bird Grabber. Similar. I have no creatures with flying. I already took a Golem, right? Did I take a Stone Golem? Maybe not. What do I have in the way of 2 drops? So I'm seeing some people may have stopped in. Ah, there's an old friend of mine. If you're willing... Oh, maybe you have. No, I guess not. Okay, so anybody who's watching, we're near the end of our draft. It's it's sort of a garden variety red-green deck with a little bit of elemental stuff going on. At this juncture, I'm thinking, I mean, it's either one of these, the Stone Golem, or I don't think I like the Golem because we have a bunch of things in the 5 slot here. So let's go for that. A bow? We could have had a second one. We already have one rift. Sure, let's take a bow. Just on the off chance that it's our last pick. And no. Alright, let's put it together. Okay, we certainly don't need this. Alright, let's drop a bunch of cards. Act of Treason. I don't think so. Where are you? Gift of Paradise. I don't really feel like it's going to do anything for us. I'm going to take that out. Yeah, because we max out at 5. Wow. I think we can go with 16 lands, actually. Where's our color? So we have largely red. So we're going to drop a forest. Druid. The ringleader, I really... Alright, how many goblins do we have, and do we really feel like that might do it for us? We have 3 of these guys and 1 Ember Hauler. So we have 4 goblins that the ringleader may help us with. I don't think so. Yeah. I'm always afraid of just burying removal and such. Infuriate is not the best removal I've ever seen. The Sentinel is unexciting. 1 bow, I don't think so. 1 bow, I don't think so. Okay, I apologize, Radalorian, because I had moved the chat stream on my computer monitor. The ringleader and the bird grabber. Yeah, the bird grabber, I agree with that. Again, sorry for my delay in seeing your comment there. How are you today? How was your holiday weekend, by the way? I hope you did something fun. Anything good? Okay. Okay, so I hope you agree. We have a very low curve. We're maxing out at 5, so I think 16 lands is fine. And I think 1 Keldon Raider is probably enough. So we can either have doubles of the Raider, or we can have doubles of the Scampering Scorcher. Do you feel like one? I think I like the Scorcher a little bit better than the Raider. Although the Raider can help us to cycle through. My weekend was good. It was pretty quiet. We had an early dinner yesterday with some friends, so that was nice. Other than that, we really just chilled, relaxed. It was fine. So I feel like this is our deck. So which do you like better in multiples? The Scampering Scorcher or the Keldon Raider? The Scorcher could work a little bit better with our Goblin Smugglers, but that's not very exciting. Yeah, that's exactly right. Having said that, the Scorcher... Oh, alternately, I could drop one of these Scorch Spitters. But I like having the 3/1 drops, to be honest. Maybe not, because there's not... no, the Spitter works well with the Smuggler, actually. Do we need Scuttlebutt? Probably not, actually. That's a good point. because we don't have any really heavy mana costs. We have some double greens and some double reds, but nothing crazier than that. Sure, let's cut the Scuttlemutt. That works for me. Let's bring the Raider back. I do like the Fire Elemental. If for no other reason, it's a big and beefy creature, and if we can get him in with Chandra, then I think that can have some good synergy. Having said that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-drops. All right, so here's our 40 card deck. Let's give it a try. We can always tweak things and change it up after a game or two. All right, so here is our new non-rare deck. Wish us luck. Cross your fingers. We be diving in. So if you have time tomorrow, stop in. I'm planning on a marathon draft. I'll be drafting from 12:30. I'm going to try to go to 6:30. Okay, I don't think there's a lot of discussion on this one. Okay, that is better, and we are going to lose the elemental. We could lose the reduced to ashes, actually. But I like having removal in the hand. Yeah, I'm gonna bring the elemental to the bottom. We have 2 of them in the deck. Yeah, works for me. He's off to a good start. But then, I feel like I will be too. Oh, and I am now going to move the stream back to the other side now that we are finished with our draft. Okay, if you need me to adjust it some more, just let me know. Actually, I am going to adjust it. Whoops. Wrong one. There we go. Okay. Back to NGA. Let's play this and our druid. If you have a chance, check out the Discord. The more chit chat we can get on it, the better. Obviously, that's an interesting card to main deck. Regent End. Okay. For mana efficiency, I think we want the Bronze. Actually, we could do the Smuggler. Huh. The Hauler's not a terrible choice either. I feel like... I'm gonna go for the Smuggler. Get him going. And let's attack. I was considering that, but as you see, this is what I ended up on. Undead Servant? Is he really doing an Undead Servant thing? Let's do the Brontodon. And I am not going to offer the trade. I would like a land on the next turn. That would be very nice. No, we're going to pass the turn. Three, 4. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Oh boy, so he could be... He may have a Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. I'm gonna see what he does. Yeah, or a Blade Brand. Burglar. Okay, I feel like that's a good one to shock. I could do Hauler and hold up a shock. Yeah, I'm gonna attack, and I can always shock that at any time. So let's just go for... Hey Five, how are you? I just set up those chat rules before, so I'm not surprised that you didn't read them before, because I just set them up. I'm attacking with just the Brontodon and holding up the shock. I guess I could attack with him too. And if need be, I can hold up a Hauler or... interesting. Yes, it is my go. Any suggestions on the attack? If not, I will just go with the Brontodon. Okay, so he's going to damage, that's fine. Well, I don't, you know, if he trades, then I can shock it. Alright, so next we're going to play the Hauler, and we'll hold up the shock in case he does something that we don't like. What I can do is shock this guy and block him. If he does anything with it, I can always sack him in response. So let's see what he does. There it is. Okay, interesting. Should I take... is he going to play another servant? I'm going to make... Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and shock this guy. And I will... Whoops. We're going to go to blockers. Well, here we are. Vulture. Okay, reduced to ashes is fine. I'm gonna swing with just the Brontodon. Actually, I could swing with him too. I don't mind trading that for that. And I have two more. I have two more smugglers. Okay, and let's play this guy. With any luck, I'll draw my Chandra next, and things will be looking good. Okay. Ooh, this is interesting. 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh. This could steal the game. Let's see what happens. Wonder if he has another one of those whatever it is, undead servants. So as always, I always really encourage you guys to make your opinions known really as quickly as you can because of all this lag that's built into the system. I could save it, but it hardly seems worth it. And I think he wanted to mostly just get the card draw. Yeah, I hear that. Just do your best, guys. I'm doing my best, and I know that you guys are also. That would have been good with the smuggler. 8. Huh. I could attack with both to squeeze in one more damage, 3 to 4. That'll bring him to 7. You would reduce. Really? Okay. I like it. My opponent is very impatient. All that for a card draw. I still have a shock and oh, that's gonna... Wonder if he's running multiple blade grenades. Well, we shall see. Okay, that's not what we want. What do you think? Send in all 3 and see what he does? I'm gonna send in all 3 and see what he does. Agree or disagree? Okay. If he does not... Okay, that's fine. Should I uncage this guy? Or just let it die? Yeah. Okay, so he's going to lose his pup and take a damage. And I'll bring out my Berserker. He's going to bring out his... Oh. How did that get exiled? Yes, indeed. Okay, sure. Right. You know what? I have to say I forgot that reducing it exiles it. Alright, he's going to play a creature for sure. Huh, maybe. Boy, you know your creatures, don't you? Okay, so have to do that. So I'm gonna resolve. Okay, and we're gonna have to sack this to get rid of his thing. It's not that good either. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, this is lifelink, and unless I draw my Chandra's Outrage right now, I'm pretty much dead. That's not what I wanted. Ugh. Alright, I think I have to go for it. Before... No, because... Yeah, I think so. He'll become a 3-1. I can make him a 4-1 double strike. and he'll still get the life gain. All right, I think we have to just attack and hope that he yeah. Okay, so I have to do that. But he gets it. He does get his life gain. The Gravedigger, I don't think he can because it's too expensive. I think it has to be converted. Yeah, it has to be manning. Cost. Yeah, that's a good one for him. Yeah, sure. Where's my shaman? Chandra's Outrage. I think I have to get rid of him because not a lot of choice. That, you think so? I need to draw some good stuff. This is an instant, right? So. Alright, yeah, I am going to outrage his die. Even though he gets his card draw. Yeah, you're right. He has 2 Gravediggers? Wow, good for him. And he's gonna get his Cavalier back. Oh my. Why? How come my drafts never go like that? Scorcher, I can attack for... what do you think? So I could swing, but I'll just deal him 2 damage. I'll take 4 on the next turn if I do. Yeah, you know. So one of them is going to die for sure. When he brings this out, he'll kill my Scorcher, I guess. Or maybe he may not even bother. Really? Okay, I can't imagine what we're going to draw that will pull the game out for us. Yeah, that's not it. Let me see what else I have in the deck. So you can't see it, but I'm bringing up untapped. All I have left that can really make a difference is I have a Silverback Shaman, I have a Mammoth Spider. Yeah, I have a Fire Elemental, I have a Keldon Raider, I have a Chandra. I have 2 more Smugglers. The Smugglers aren't going to help much. Season of Growth. Yeah, you know, I'll keep playing, but it would take a miracle to pull this game out. So I have to block, obviously. I suppose I could manage without that. Nah. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think so. I can't imagine what I would draw that could pull this out. So can I draw like 2 or 3 creatures? Well, that's interesting. I could get rid of one of these, but then that's it, because then I can only block 2. Nope, I think that's it. Okay, so that did not go real well. Yeah, that makes sense. 5, do you want to take a look at the deck? Radalorian, do you want to look at any possible tweaks? Yeah, it's pretty strong. I actually first picked it at a real-life draft a couple days ago. Hello, D.E. Shapiro. I hope I do have a great game so far. It's been something less than great. So 5, look at the deck or not? If not, we can proceed to game 2. I think the deck is okay. I don't think it's great. I think it's okay. So. Old Sickback, how the heck are you? Good to see you, man. Okay, so by the way, so just for learning purposes. Hello, Miggy. Good to see you as well. So just again, as I was starting to say, pack one, pick one. I had a choice between Embodiment of Agony, that 2/1 thing that gets +1/+1 encounters based on your graveyard. It was a choice between that and the Chandra. I felt like the Chandra had more upside. I felt like it was just a more versatile card. I don't know if that's a correct assumption or not. Okay, so Miggy wants us to take the green out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Yeah, it was very close, and I was really hoping at that point that that people would have been there to give some suggestions and advice. But that's the choice I made, and it's not a terrible choice. Here we are. Okay, so Miggy, if we were to take out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green cards. Hey Carlos, how the heck are you? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Spitter with Infuriate. If we do go all red, we could add an Act of Treason. We could add our silly Dragon Mage, which is a weird choice. And maybe a Scuttlemutt or a Raptor. Okay, let's hear some discussion, guys. Lots of possibilities here. Miggy is suggesting mono red. I'm glad to see you. So, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of yours as well. We'll talk about that later. I would really like to see if we can maybe tweak this deck a little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with 5. Less green and put in the bow. Really, 1 bow. Thoughts, guys? A little bit more. Well, all right. Let me put in the bow. 1 bow is by itself is not terribly impressive. If we were to take out green, then maybe the Season. I don't know. Keep the Shaman, Growth, and Brontodon. Shaman, Growth, and Bront. Don't like the Druid. I have to say, I do like the greens. I think, yeah, all of them are good. The Leafkin Druid helps to get us these guys out a little bit quicker. I have to say, I'm inclined, Miggy. I like your suggestion, but I'm kind of leaning towards the green that we do have, and these other folks' opinion as well. What other rares did I open? There was the 3-color guy that lets you turn up an angel, dragon, or demon. And the other rare was, I can't remember, but it was a very niche. Oh no, it was one of the bad rare artifacts. Right, exactly. It was one of the bad. I forget which one. The wand of something. I can't remember. Mystic Forge. I think that was it. Good boy. You know your M20, don't you? So those were the rares that I looked at. I'm impressed with your knowledge of M20. All right, I'm putting the bow back because I'm not real crazy about having one bow because it's pretty random. 6 uncommons, is that what we have here? I don't even know. We have a lot of commons, I'll say that. There's 1 uncommon. We have 8 uncommons, okay. So you like the Infuriate. Let me take a look at that. So Infuriate instead of a Spitter. Alright, I'm willing to entertain that. It is a pretty poor draft. I'm not real keen on it. I think the deck itself is like okay, but it really needs to be carefully played, and it needs to really just go well. We're still at 17 creatures. That's still a lot. All right, so the only change we've made, the only net change we've made so far, guys, has been losing a Spitter for an Infuriate. I could put in the Gift of Paradise, but again, it's really mostly for the life gain because we have a pretty low curve. Yeah, I did not see a single brawler. I was looking for them, and I did not see one at all. Oh, that's true. If we can do Infuriate and an Uncaged Fury, good call. I didn't think of that, and I should have thought of that based on one of the highlights that you can see on my channel, and I won't talk about it beyond that. 4 draw with Season in Combat. Sorry, old sick back. Not sure what you mean. For draw with Season and okay, 5. Thanks for the lurk. Always a pleasure to hear from you, and I will miss your advice, but luckily I have these other gentlemen here to help me out as well. The card draw potential goes up with... I hear that. Okay, so I'm willing to send this in and see if we can do any better. Any last minute... Okay, any last minute changes? If not, let's see if we can do any better in Game 2. I'll give you guys a chance to ruminate on that. Here we go. Let's see if Game 2 can do some better stuff for us. So, Old Sweetback has the great advice, Radolian has good advice, as well as good interpretive skills. I guess we'll start with the Season, and we'll follow up with a Bronzodon, we hope. I think I have to keep this. It's too close to a decent hand to ship it back. And plus, as soon as we get one creature in, then this will be able to prove its worth. Keep or maul, I vote keep. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to play this just in case we draw the Ember Hauler. I do have Ember Hauler, right? Yes. Red-green versus red-green. He got his 2-drop. That's interesting. Okay, so Brontodon turn 3 is going to be fine. That was a nice draw. We can follow it up with our Scorcher, I guess. Or the Raider, depending on what the next one seems to be. Alright, we're off to an okay start. I feel like he is also. Okay, Elementals deck. Nice to get the synergies you're looking for. Alright, so he'll be able to block at least. I hope. I do like the Smuggler, although I have nothing to help him with. Keep the Smuggler on top, you think? You can always block the Elemental, right? The Overgrowth. I think I need to keep him on top. That's what we're doing. Yeah, he got his Brawler. Okay, I'm glad we all agree on that one. Having said that, I think it has to be the Raider, and I will pitch a land because I top out at 5. Do we agree with Raider? I'm sitting here poised for the Raider. Poised for the Raider. And I am going to pitch the mountain. Let's scry first. We're going to bottom that. And I'll discard that. Well, at least we're getting all these lands off the top. I have no good attacks, so we pass. Interesting. 3 mountains in a row. 2 mountains in a row, sorry. Brawler. I feel like I have to reduce 6-4. Yeah, I'm willing to trade these two. I hope he has no tricks. Like an Infuriate. Damn. Let's see, when this dies, if another one dies. Okay, so I feel like we have to reduce to ashes one of his creatures. No, I'm going to play a Scorcher to get a chump blocker out and whack his... Yeah, what do you think, guys? Get a chump blocker out and shock his Elemental. Shock the... yeah. So let's do that now before he has any tricks. Yeah, that's what I was saying. And I could either play this... I feel like the Scorcher's a better one now for more chump blocking. He has 2 Brawlers, that is so bad. Attack? Attack? No. Okay, it's too late for that, Mickey, sorry. I don't think it matters. We're gonna scry 3 times. Yeah, we definitely want a spider. blocking. We're not going to attack. And next turn I have... Oh boy, I need to get rid of 2 of these stupid brawlers. I agree with that, Carlos. I don't know. Man, he's just got everything he needs, and I have nothing that I need. I feel like chumping one, but not the other. That's exactly... Yeah. Okay, I think I need to reduce... I need to reduce, because these brawlers are just out of hand. And I really need him to run out of gas. Though, I mean, really? You know... The thing is, anything I mean, I could play this, but that is where all the brawlers went. I mean, this is... It's so unfair! No, whatever. I mean, I have to chump because this is going to be a 3-4-5. It's going to be a 5-4. I guess I could double block one of his brawlers. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. 5, 6, 7, 8, and I'm going to go to 4. I need him to draw nothing, and I need me to draw something. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad he didn't attack with the Ember Cat. Sure, of course. Yeah, of course. I'm gonna draw land. No. I think it has to be the... I could do the Druid and the Hauler, and that way I can... Boy, this is just awful. For mana efficiency, I could do the Smuggler and the Hauler. I just realized my opponent's name is Misaki. I wonder if this is our friend. If so, they're doing a great job against us. Which one? For the mana efficiency or Ember Hauler and hold one up to try to deal some damage? Well, they're both gonna... I think that's what it is. So we do that. Fire Elemental, yeah, that's fine. It's a good blocker. The 2 reds. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna have to double block it. So they'll both die. I'll take 4 damage. I'll go to 3, and then I'll have 1 blocker, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna win. There's just no way. That'll all resolve. I could double block, but then I'll die. Yeah, so unless I draw, 3 creatures, then I'm dead. And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to draw 1 creature. Alright, there's really no point in prolonging this. The only hope I would have is if he disconnects. Or has a very sudden medical problem. Ugh. I feel like this deck should be doing better. Again, not a great deck. Any last minute changes before we go to our final game? I hope it's not our final game, but it could be. I don't know. Maybe Miggy's advice is the one to follow, because we're not doing real great here. Okay, it's time for us to have a heart-to-heart here, guys. Okay, so if we make any changes, do you think that we might be able to do any better? We are lacking power. It is true. If you watch the video later, you can watch the draft, and I'd love to hear input on the choices that I made. So, all right, let's go back to our main view, and let's go to our next game. If we can pull out a game, that'd be great. That's all true. I think we're going to keep. I need really just one lance for these things to start going well. This has to be great if we were on the play, but c'est la vie. Sure, now I draw it. Alright, well, with any luck, he will not put any creatures down. Ooh, we got lucky. So let's attack. And we'll play another one of these guys. If he has a really slow hand, then we may have a chance. Niche. I think I'm going to send them both in, and I'm happy to use a Fury on one of them. That could well be, and if they do, then they do. My plan is to attack with both Spitters and follow it up with the Uncaged Fury. Agree or disagree? Okay. I'm not gonna... Well, he has to block first. Is he going to block? He may be smelling a trick. There we go. Ooh. Alright, good for him. So we'll follow up with the Smuggler. Okay, yeah, he smelled a trick. Good for him. Wave Crasher, that's interesting. Oh, absolutely. But 5 disagrees. Turn Ember Hauler, can't play it. We're gonna send in everybody again. Yeah. If he's willing to take 6, then good for him. Oh yeah, it is very effective for sure for that kind of thing. Okay, but he gets to play his Lich again, so good for him. I would really like to get some more lands. Can one of you guys see what you can do about that? Your analysis is probably accurate, but also chilling. If I get a mountain attack all again. Why is that? Miggy, I'm not, well, there's my mountain. I'm not understanding what you're telling me. What I'm thinking is to give him unblockable. I would just as soon make my Spitter unblockable and then bring out the Raider or the Scorcher. I think that's what we want. Smuggle the Spitter and attack. Yeah, I think so. Wait a minute. 5 is suggesting smuggle the Spitter for a couple of turns, yeah. So and then Scorch. The Raider, I do like the Raider in order to have a blocker. I know they'll trade, but that's fine. I like the Raider, but I think I need all of these guys. Maybe the Shaman, actually. Yeah. But I need one more land to get the Shaman going. At least got a handful of cards. Let's see what he does. Looks like something. Diamond's Knight. Interesting. And he set it to black. Okay. Makes sense. If he plays a black spell at any time, this will get bigger. Well, there's the black spell. That's interesting. So I could do Chandra to whack the knight. Or I could do Chandra to make him +2. Oh boy. Or I could do the Scorcher so that Chandra... The Raider's not a bad choice. I don't mind trading these two. Yeah, I like that. Thank you, Radalorian. I think that's a good line. And I'm going to whack his knight right now.
They sounded tough.
Pretty
something new.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so now Scorcher, and give them all +2/+0. Ooh! Ooh! Not cool. Okay, let's kill his guy. What are you saying no to? I'm gonna kill his thief and swing.
Call my fists Pyromaster and Firebrand.
I'm not sure what you guys are saying to me. I think this was a reasonable line. Ooh, even better. Do I have any elementals here? No, I don't. So let's play the Smuggler. Swing in while we can. Let's give our elementals +2/+0.
Oh, I just want to hug all those
And
fire
I think that
critters.
is game. Woo! We did it! Thanks, guys. You are the best. Nice. All right, so we have an entry in the win column. I'm very pleased. Very pleased. Let's see if we can get another entry in the win column. What do you think? Lose the first 2 games and then go 7-2? What are the odds? We can play a Berserker, we can play a Druid. But I need more lands. This will help. I think this is a keep. I think it's a clear keep. Agree? Disagree? Yeah. Yeah. So if he plays no creatures, I think I'd like to play the Berserker first. That one cannot block. Mono white. Berserker and get in for 3 real quick. Yeah. Oh, what am I saying? He doesn't have. Oh, protection from white. Duh. Mono white would be outstanding. So much for mono white. Agreed, Miggy. I have to say that you're. Ooh, this is interesting. So let's attack. What do you think, guys? Druid or Growth? I think I like the Druid better, so that I can get some of these other things going. So what do you think? Season of Growth or Druid? I like the Druid better. But I could be talked into the season because then when I play the Druid, it'll help me to look at the top of the deck. Plus, I have a pro-white guy in the meantime. I could really argue it either way. If there are no thoughts, then the Druid's coming out. Thank you for that. And again, see if one of you guys could do something about making sure I draw lands next turn, that would be great. Preferably a mountain. That wasn't it. So I think Smuggler in order to try to keep the pressure up. Okay, well we're going. If I attack, oh, smuggler and pressure, yeah. Okay, can I get a land, please? Guys, I need your help. Land, 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 land. I mean, he can play a 5-drop. If by some strange miracle he plays only an X1 creature, another gift, oh, he's going to ramp into something insane. That's not so insane. Oh, come on. All right, it has to be the Berserker, and then I'll play the Season of Growth. And then he's going to swing back for 2. No. No. All right. It may not be totally lost. You're right. Too late. Thank you for that. I wish I'd thought of it. I can't, you know, I play with this so rarely that I keep forgetting that it is pro-white. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I did not think that through properly. So he'll attack with a soldier and a Pegasus. I would not have blocked with the smuggler anyway, but even so. It ends up having made no difference, but it was still an error. Oh, come on. Really? You guys are falling down on the job. I asked you to do something about a lands draw. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. So he's going to deal me 6 next turn. I'm going to deal him 3. I feel like 1 land, and I can really try to get things going here. So I'm going to just attack with the Brawler and see what we can do. There is nothing I can do. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. He can play 2 4-drops, 1 8-drop, a 5-drop, and a 3-drop. He can do a lot of stuff. I think it's the first deck I've played against that actually is doing the foot soldier thing. I mean, it's perfectly reasonable. Crasher, sure. Great, wonderful. Alright, well, I'm going to take 6. To block or not to block? Even if they are flooded, they have clear board superiority here. What do you think? Block a smuggler for a soldier? So smuggler for soldier? Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Oh, sure. Great. Yes. Nice. So, is there any... Sure, wonderful. A land, how about that? Too little, too late. I think I need to outrage this guy. Alternately, I could get out chump blockers. Oh no, what am I saying? He's gone. I could attack. He'll just take 3, 4. No, that's game. Yeah, they have it. Wow. So tell me, guys, is it really just bad luck? I mean, what? I mean, I hate to keep blaming things on bad luck. Okay. Sure, let's claim our prize and, stick around for just a little bit of chat if you don't mind. Sure, let's see what we got, because why not? Mystic Forge, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the rares that I bypassed in the draft. Okay. So I would very much like to where is that? Okay. Okay, so it was a rough streak. I agree with that. I encourage you guys when this is done to go back to the video and watch through some of the draft. And really, I mean, if you can take the time, I would love if you can tell me about the picks, because you think the season first, maybe. I mean, who could have really thought that we would miss like 4 land drops in a row? I mean, you can't count on that. Old spec. I feel like that's 2020 hindsight. I still think the Leafkin Druid was not a bad choice. So, any other comments? Uh, I'm not happy about this, but I try to always take these things as learning experiences, and so what did I learn? I'm not really sure. Any thoughts on that, guys? Well, Nightbot has something irrelevant to say about it, but I'm not really interested. Okay, Radalorian. Yeah, so I agree with that part of it. And when you're behind like that, you have to sort of assume that you're going to get reasonable draws if you're going to have a chance at the game. Because if you never get reasonable draws, then you're going to lose. That's always going to be true. Any other comments before I look for anybody worth rating? We had 14 mana sources. Yeah. Okay, so I think most of us are agreeing that the Leafkin at that juncture was the better play, given given the way that the deck is constructed. Let's see, and there's a Nightbot again. Oh, with no Druid, it probably would have just been over that much faster. And there's something to be said for lost games that happen quickly, less pain, right? Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so if there are any other comments, I'd love to hear them. Love to explore them. Excuse me. If not, then we'll go see if there's anybody worth rating. So, any other thoughts? And before or while you're typing or thinking, please join me tomorrow. I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to try for a 6-hour stream. Blacklight. Change org petition to change the death touch. Once you do that, Radalorian, send me the link. I will sign it gladly. So Alt Sigback, please take a look at the draft, because I can see going back in my mind during the draft, I can see that there are parts where we might have ended up in like a blue-red kind of deck, or possibly even mono-red. Mono-red, I think, is a little iffier, but the blue-red might have been a possibility. So, okay. Again, I encourage you to do that. The stream is starting tomorrow at 12:30. My goal is to go for probably about 3 drafts. I'd like to go for 6 hours. And as I said to other people, it'll go for 6 hours or until I drop dead of dehydration. And that, yes, that is Eastern time. Even if I lose a bunch, I have plenty of gems to do 3 full drafts. So that's fine. I would rather win back some gems, but it'll be what it will be. Okay. I think that's going to be it, guys. Let me go back to my main view. And I am going to go on to see if there's here are a couple people worth raiding. Let's try. I just got my chat rules up. How about that? Okay, because I just set up those chat rules today, so my first time going into my own chat. Anyway, so I'm going to raid Five Fingers. I think some of you know him. He's a good guy. He's a fun host, and if you stick around, I think you'll enjoy what he has, what he's doing. And he does say he's streaming magic, so I assume he ain't kidding. Okay, take care, my friends. Be well. I hope to see you tomorrow.